The Central Investigation Bureau of Nepal Police, CIB, has arrested Nepali Congress lawmaker and operator of medical colleges Sunil Sharma, accusing him of forgery of educational certificates. The CIB had been investigating on Sharma and many others allegedly involved in forging educational certificates since 2016. Good morning, I'm Abheudaya Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. People displaced by floods in Karnali face extreme difficulties. Millions of rupees worth of vegetables rot in fields and storages due to the obstruction of the Bhimdatta highway since 6 days. Number of justices and judges at courts declining. Government shows no interest in appointments even as 1/4 of the posts at courts in 3 tiers are vacant. At least 53 people killed as fast-moving wildfires rage across the Hawaiian island of Maui in the United States. President Joe Biden announces a state of emergency. Spain edged past the Netherlands 2-1 to reach the FIFA Women's World Cup semi-final. Japan to face Sweden in another quarterfinal later today. People displaced in Bhajani Kailali district due to floods are facing extreme difficulty. More than 1,000 displaced families have been taking shelters on the roadsides, schools and public buildings. The flood-affected areas have also been vulnerable to the risk of dengue. Likewise, cases of diarrhea are also expected in the flooded areas. Wards 2, 3, 5, 7 and 8 in Bhajani have been worst hit by the flooded water which entered the settlement. Due to landslides, the Bhimdatta highway in Sudur Paschim province has been obstructed since 6 days, which has affected the lives of the people in the area. Due to the halt of traffic on the highway, millions of rupees worth of vegetables have been rotting in Kailali, Kanchanpur, Banke, among other districts. The vegetables on the fields and the vegetables stored in storages by traders have started to rot. Dadaldhura produces 18,000 metric tons of vegetables annually. The vegetables worth 2 million rupees stored in storages have been fed to cattle. Traders have said that 4 trucks of their vegetables have rotted on the roads. The number of justices and judges at courts have been declining at a time when cases of breaching the law are on the rise. The government has shown no interest in the appointments of the justices and judges, even as 1/4 of the posts at courts in 3 tiers are vacant. There are 7 posts of justices along with the Chief Justice vacant at the Supreme Court right now. Likewise, posts of 55 judges along with 6 main judges are vacant at high courts, and posts of 39 judges are empty at district courts. Out of the 468 postings of justices and judges at courts in 3 tiers, 101 posts are vacant. As the Judicial Council has failed in filling the vacant posts, the number of justices and judges to be appointed has been rising. Although there is a provision in the Judicial Council Act that justices and judges should be appointed a month prior to the posts being vacant, its implementation has not been carried out. The Judicial Council had recommended 3 justices at the Supreme Court and 5 main judges and 27 judges at other courts in July 2022 to fill the vacant posts. However, the appointment process was stalled as the tenure of the then Parliament had expired. The hearing process on the justices and judges recommended by the Judicial Council has now moved forward. The Judicial Council informed that the appointment process to appoint judges and justices will complete after the new Chief Justice arrives and the members in the council will be complete. The Central Investigation Bureau of Nepal Police, CIB, has arrested Nepali Congress lawmaker and operator of medical colleges Sunil Sharma. Sharma was arrested yesterday allegedly on charges of producing fake academic certificates. It may be recalled that during a recent House meeting, Sharma had demanded the resignation of Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister Naran Kaji Shrestha and Finance Minister Prakash Sharan Mahat to carry out a fair and impartial investigation into the recent incident of gold smuggling scandal. Sharma was elected lawmaker from Morong Constituency 3 during the November 2022 elections. Sharma is the promoter of Kathmandu Medical College, Sinamangal, Biratnagar's Nobel Medical College, People's Dental College in the capital's Naya Bazar, and Vibrant, a medical entrance preparation center at Thabathali. Meanwhile, police have informed that 4 other individuals have been arrested for forgery of educational certificates. Those who have been arrested are doctors Baburam Yadav, Ranjit Yadav, Yelina Shah, and Amit Chaudhary. The arrested lawmaker Sharma has remained a controversial personality for long. He was facing charges of tax fraud and accumulating wealth disproportionate to his income. The medical empire of lawmaker Sharma is spread across the country. He has been charged of making medical college a profit-oriented, lucrative business. Sharma has also been charged of sidelining the main promoter Gyanendra Giri, among others, of Nobel Medical College by abducting with the help of then Maoist rebels to run the college single-handedly. He had obtained 47% shares of Kathmandu Medical College in Sinamangal 2 years ago at an investment of 1.7 billion rupees to become the chairperson of KMC. Within a year, he had purchased 44% share of Nepalganj Medical College at an investment of 900 million rupees. A team of anti-money laundering had raided his home and workplace on charges of illegal transactions and amassing wealth disproportionate to his income 4 years ago. The investigation of the department has continued till date. Student leaders associated with CPN Unified Socialist had blacksmeared him within Singhadarwar premises for charging medical fees exceeding the government allocation 2 years ago. Sharma's name has also been linked with tax fraud while he had remained in the wanted list of Nepal police in the past. When CIB carried out Operation Quack, Sharma had flown to Japan fearing his arrest. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces what suggestions they have for the Nepal Electricity Authority for uninterrupted supply of electricity. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
सब स्टेशनहरु ठाउँ-ठाउँमा निर्माण गर्ने यो विद्युत चुहाटलाई व्यवस्थापन गर्नुपर्छ।
ढलेका पोललाई पनि विद्युतका कर्मचारी मित्रहरु तत्कालै गएर त्यो मर्मत गर्नको लागि उहाँहरु चाहिँ छिटो भन्दा छिटो त्यहाँ पुग्न पर्छ।
यो पुराना ट्रान्सफर्मर छ त्यो ट्रान्सफरलाई चेन्ज गर्नु पर्यो।
पुरानो चार्ज चेन्ज गर्नु पर्यो, नयाँ चेन्ज ल्याएर राख्नु पर्यो।
पावरहरु हल्का अब त्योहरु बढाउनु पर्यो।
भारतलाई देशलाई यो विद्युत अहिले तत्काल बेच्नुको म त आवश्यकता देख्दैन।
गएर बनाए भोलि फेरि बिगार्ने भन्दा एकैचोटी मजबुत तरिकाले बनाइदिनु भयो भने
आफ्नो देशमा भएको विद्युत चाहिँ आफ्नै देशमा प्रयोग गर्नु पर्यो।
ट्रान्समिटरको क्षमता बढाउन पर्यो।
जो कर्मचारी हुन्छन् उहाँहरुले सही हिसाबले काम गर्नु पर्यो।
मेयरको अनि वडा अध्यक्षको अनि काम हो हैन, ध्यान त दिदैन। हाम्रो टोलमा पनि त्यस्तै छ, लाइटै छैन, कहीं पोले छैन।
जनशक्तिलाई पनि यसले व्यवस्थापन गरी अगाडि बढ्न एकदमै जरुरी देखिन्छ।
पावर नपुगेर नभएको हो कि त्यसो गर्नु पर्यो, चेन्ज गर्नु पर्यो नत्र।
हाइड्रो सेक्टरका लाइनहरु को ऊर्जाहरु अब राष्ट्रिय प्रसारण लाइनमा छिटो छरितो जोडेर
पुरानो तारहरुलाई हैन नयाँ रूपमा राम्रो त्यो अब पोलहरुलाई व्यवस्थित गर्नु पर्यो।
दक्ष जनशक्ति पनि यो राजधानीमा चाहिँ राख्नु पर्छ।
पहिला देशलाई नपुगिकन विदेशमा बेच्न भयो।
सरकारले तथा विद्युत प्राधिकरणले केही न केही विकल्प चाहिँ खोज्नु पर्ने मैले महसुस गरेको छु।
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. Why have local levels failed to introduce budgets on time? Your options are A, political constraints, B, lack of employees, and C, ignoring rule of law. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the international updates. The death toll from the Hawaii wildfires in the United States has risen by 17 fatalities to reach a total of 53. Hawaii Governor Josh Green said that the state hasn't had a loss of life incident like this for many years. Green said as many as 1,700 buildings have been destroyed and 80% of the historic town of Lahaina is gone. U.S. President Joe Biden issued a major disaster declaration for the wildfires on the Hawaiian island, which releases funds for recovery. The wildfires began on Tuesday and spread quickly, fueled by strong winds generated by Hurricane Dora. Thousands have been evacuated to makeshift shelters, and 11,000 people are still without power on Maui. Russia has launched its first moon landing spacecraft in 47 years today in a bid to be the first nation to make a soft landing on the lunar South Pole, a region believed to hold coveted pockets of water ice. The Russian lunar mission, the first since 1976, is racing against India, which launched its Chandrayaan-3 lunar lander last month, and more broadly with the United States and China, both of which have advanced lunar exploration programs targeting the lunar South Pole. A Soyuz 2.1V rocket carrying the Luna 25 craft blasted off from the Vostochny Cosmodrome, 5,550 kilometers east of Moscow at 2:11 a.m. this morning, Moscow time, with its upper stage boosting the lander out of the Earth's orbit toward the moon over an hour later, Russia's space agency Roscosmos confirmed. Russia's space chief Yuri Borisov said the lander is expected to touch down on the moon on 21st of August. Russian space agency Roscosmos previously pegged 23rd of August as the landing date. Luna 25, roughly the size of a small car, will aim to operate for a year on the moon's south pole, where scientists at NASA and other space agencies in recent years have detected traces of water ice in the region's shadowed craters. There is much riding on the Luna 25 mission, as the Kremlin says the West's sanctions over the Ukraine war, many of which have targeted Moscow's aerospace sector, have failed to cripple the Russian economy. The moonshot, which Russia has been planning for decades, will also test the nation's growing independence in space after its February 2022 invasion of Ukraine. It's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
The national cricket team to play in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Asia Region qualifiers has been announced with the inclusion of 3 new players. The Cricket Association of Nepal announced a 14-member squad for the Women's T20 World Cup Asia Region qualifiers that kicks off in Malaysia on 31st of August later this month. Youth players Pooja Mahato, Ruby Podar and Khushi Dongol have been included in the national team for the first time. Batting all-rounder Pooja returned to Nepal after training in New Delhi, India. Ruby has played domestic cricket for Sudur Paschim province, while Khushi has played for Bagmati. The team for the qualifiers will be led by Rubina Chetri. The team also includes Sita Ranamagar, Indu Barma, Bindu Rawal, Kavita Kumar and Kavita Joshi. Likewise, Samjana Khadka, Ishwari Bishta, Kajol Shrestha, Apsari Begum and Ashmina Karmacharya have also made the team. The Women's T20 World Cup Asia Region qualifiers will be held in Malaysia from 31st of August till 9th of September. Nepal are in Group A alongside hosts Malaysia, Bahrain, Bhutan, Qatar and the UAE. Likewise, Group B comprises of teams from China, Hong Kong, Kuwait, Thailand and Myanmar. The 2 top teams from each group will advance into the semi-finals. The 2 teams that reach the finals will be able to play in the global qualifiers in 2024. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.